Hello, everybody. Mostly this video is to talk about a review Zoom meeting. I looked at the different, what do they call it? The different schedules for the different um, AP exams. So yeah, I'm gonna take this one and I share this one. I'm just trying to share with you guys the screen. This is not the screen I want to share, yeah. And most obviously the one that based what am I? Yes, based on the different exams and how many of you have different exams, I thought the most convenient days, and I'm having 2 evenings at 6 o'clock, that would be the 13th, I'm sorry, yeah, the 13th and the 14th. Because the other days it looks like you guys have big, many of you have big AP exams, so you probably don't want to be meeting with this, and then after those big AP exams will be easier. So if I look at the schedule, I think I put it over here. Here's the exam. Here we go. So I wanted to avoid the calculus, the physics. So I thought definitely the 12 and the 13 would be the best time. That was number one. And number two, when I look at the spreadsheet that I created, yes, it looks like it's feasible. And also because students after that day are very few taking these classes, not so much about the, what's it called? The biology, but definitely the other classes. So I think that the best is the 13, what did I say? Yeah, the 13 and the 14th. So both days, anybody can actually join the Zoom meeting. So what I really want to do in the Zoom meeting is not that have like a presentation, because I will have a presentation on the on a specific things. Like for example, I like to do another video with the AP exam sample, the latest, that is very much aligned with what's going to happen the day of the exam. So which is the most recent of all the assignments. And if you go down here, you can see that the questions are right here. All this information is for you to know. Also what's required. You should know, you should be aware of all the things. I gave you a demo on how to log in, and I feel like I don't want to repeat myself so many times. You can always go back and look at videos. That's one of the main reasons why I like videos better than anything else, than having Zoom meetings. Zoom meetings could be for questions, individual questions. And that's what I'm hoping that you want to do the 13th and the 14th, meeting as a group and ask people asking questions. Maybe it will answer questions that you didn't even think of it. And usually that's what happens on meetings. You're supposed to be prepared to ask good questions. So make sure that you spend a little time doing your own part. Here is the 2020 example, the exam sample questions. There are only 2 questions, and they're very short, as you can see. One of them is 25 minutes. The other one is 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So 25 minutes for 3 parts. And then you have question number 2, which gives you 15 minutes. Where's the open-ended? Here we go, the open-ended questions, in which is actually talking a little bit about what that's about, is a little of the, like many times I talk about the what's under the hood. Not highly technical, but certainly that you can show that you understand what that particular question or word or term is used for and how. And I think it gives you pretty much where that is coming from over here. That means that you have access to that. Now, remember, open note questions, open note tests, or quizzes, exams, whatever you want to call it, they're not long, they're short. So that means that you really have to know where the stuff is. And that's important that you spend time looking at your resources, how you're going to have your resources available when you take the test. One of the things that I always did whenever I had open-ended exams, assessments, I had my own work on questions that maybe were presented early on. In this case, like for example, the previous AP exams. I would like to know exactly where they are, what they look like, be familiar with those things that we have done already. I think I might give you some more examples, although at this point, I honestly don't think you need anything because we have done so much work. And when I've been grading, and that's the thing that's going to come up soon as videos again, and no part of the Zoom meeting is videos about some of the assignments that I gave you, where I'm going to present some students' work. Originally, I wanted the students to present, but now I feel like I'm not giving you enough time to do that. And the students take a little bit too long, which is okay. I understand that because we're all pretty much short for time. Even though we're home, it seems to be that we are all working more. I can tell you from my own experience, I just can't get unplugged from my computer, just keep on adding more things to, in terms of spending more time reading, which for the first time, I have the opportunity to spend a little extra time, but I mean, I'm sure you don't want that from me somehow. I'm giving you feedback. One of the things that I do want to show you, and not everybody did it, and you would not be penalized if you didn't do it, which is the telephone directory. The telephone directory to me was a very special assignment because you have to know very well how to use the string library. I suggest to know that very well because that is probably one of the easiest way to show how well you can use objects, and the string library that has those particular methods that simplify your life. So I am going to have a presentation using some of the work that students have done. If you feel that you don't want me to share your work, please let me know right away. If you have, the only way you have to communicate with me is through email. Once again, I'm going to ask you to join either Discord or Messenger so we can interact a little bit quicker and respond quicker. Sometimes you have no idea how many emails I have, students, parents, administrators, I don't know, companies, and then software that I do. I'm always on the lookout. Anyways, and it's a little bit more personal because in terms of chatting, instead of having an email back and forth, it's more casual. And you can share documents right away too. So once we start a conversation, I mean, I don't get distracted with something else. As opposed to in an email, I go to the next email and next email. And yes, by the time I get back to you, maybe it's either 2 o'clock in the morning or the next day. If you need permission from your parents, you want me to send them an email or something like that, that's convenient for them, or even call them, I'm fine with that too. Yeah, remember one more time, I just want you to understand that, I think doesn't let me click. Here we go. I want you to be aware of the resources that you have on PowerSchool Learning. I thought this is probably the best way to present all the different things because it's not like a NetModel in which is, you know, a continuous stream of things. Here you can click on the different tabs. So it will, when you go there, most likely it will look like this, all closed. So just open, click down this menu for all the different things that you have available over here. Understand that some of these things are links that you can click on. Um, um, I mean, there is a lot of information over here that I would suggest to look at. And this is all related to the exam, which is on Friday, 4 o'clock, right here. Okay, so again, the Zoom meetings, the review Zoom meetings on the 13th and 14th is mostly for questions. If you want something different than that, contact me. That's number one. Number two, if you're going to have questions, specific questions that are very unique, like for example, I know that I am going to talk about the sample questions 2020. So I have all the stuff ready for you to actually look at. But if you're going to ask me a question that is a little bit different than what we have been doing, I suggest to send me an email, contact me, telling me what the question it is that you're going to ask me, so I can be prepared for that too. In general, anything that we already have done will be ideal. If you have not done well in one of the assignments and you didn't check a comment on why you didn't get the grade you wanted, make sure that you go to the comment area before you contact me. Save me a little bit of time. Believe me, I am super busy. Well, I hope you're doing well with the other AP exams. I hope that you're able to focus on your work and continue doing as well as you always do. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.